coffee recipes by Baked, Brewed, Beautiful. I'm Cheyenne, and today we're going to be making an instant iced honey lavender oat milk latte. Let's get started. To make an instant iced honey lavender oat milk latte, you're going to have to start off by making the honey lavender syrup first. So traditionally, you would do this over the stove in a saucepan, but just so I can show you everything I'm doing, I'm going to go ahead and do it in this bowl today. So you'd start off by adding 1/2 cup of water to your saucepan. So I've actually already added that 1/2 cup, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of culinary-grade lavender leaves. So you can find these online or even at a grocery store if you're lucky. I happened to order mine online and it worked out really well. And they look like that if you've never seen them before. And they smell so fragrant. So you're going to put your stove to a medium heat and bring the water to a boil. This will kind of steep the lavender flowers and you should actually be able to smell them, which is a good thing. So once it starts to come to a light boil, bring it down to like a medium-low heat, and then you'll add the next two ingredients, which is 1/4 cup of sugar, so I'll add that next, and 1/4 cup of honey. And I actually do a little extra honey just because I'm a big fan of honey, so I'll add that next. Alright, there we go. Once you've added the honey, the sugar, the water, and the lavender into your saucepan, you're going to go ahead and whisk them together. So I have a fork. I'm just going to whisk them together in my bowl here. And you want to do this until the honey and the sugar has dissolved completely. Once it's completely dissolved, you'll actually leave it on the stove for about another 1 to 2 minutes just to let it cook a little longer. And then you can remove it from the stove and let it cool completely. After it's completely cooled, you'll use a fine mesh strainer, such as this one, and you'll strain the honey lavender syrup into a glass jar, some sort of a small container to store your syrup. And you'll put that in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. So I've actually already gone ahead and made a honey lavender syrup earlier, and we're going to go ahead and use that and get set up for making our instant iced honey lavender oat milk latte. Now it's time to make your instant iced honey lavender oat milk latte. I've got all of the ingredients I need set up here, and I'll go through each one and how much you need of each. So you'll need instant coffee. That's what makes this iced latte instant, is the instant coffee. I'll be using 2 teaspoons of Waku coffee today, and you'll also need 1 tablespoon of your honey lavender syrup that you just made. You'll also need 3/4 cup of barista blend oat milk, which is right here. You can also use almond milk or soy milk or even macadamia nut milk. Those work really well in this lavender iced latte. And then if you want to get extra fancy, you can use an electric frother to froth your cold milk and just give your final iced latte a little more texture, and I'll show you how to do that. You also need a serving glass with ice and a straw, and if you want to be extra fancy, you can also get lavender sprigs, ideally dried, and you'll put those in your final glass as decoration, which I have today as well. So I'm actually heating up my water right now to mix with my instant coffee, and you'll need 1/4 cup of water that's boiling, and I'm going to pour it in now. And this is where you should start. Start by making your little espresso-like concentrate. What I mean by an espresso-like concentrate is just a really strong cup of coffee. So go ahead and stir your instant coffee and water together. Make sure the instant coffee granules are totally dissolved. Then we'll add into the instant coffee mixture directly 1 tablespoon of your honey lavender syrup. And you can actually see this syrup is pretty thin, and that works really well for an iced latte because it'll dissolve. It's important to add this syrup after you've done the espresso-like concentrate because you want to make sure that the syrup fully dissolves before you do anything else. So I'm just mixing that together. Next, we can go ahead and froth our cold oat milk. To do that, I have this little electric frother, and it's battery powered. And I'm just going to put it into the bottom to start of my oat milk glass. And let it go. And then slowly, if you want more texture, you can bring it up to the top, more to the surface of the mixture. Just be careful you don't bring it too high or it'll squirt everywhere. And I actually had that happen today. Okay. Good. So I don't love a ton of froth, so I'm just going to do it about that much. Alright, so we have everything we need. Now we can combine it in our glass. So you'll add your oat milk into the glass first, followed by your espresso and honey lavender mixture. And I always just use my straw to stir things, save a little on the dishes. And last but not least, we'll break this down a little. We'll add our beautiful lavender sprig. And we'll actually add 2, just to make it more decadent. And there you have it, your instant iced honey lavender oat milk latte. Let's try it. It's perfect. The honey lavender is so delicate and just slightly sweet. It's the perfect drink for summer. Thanks so much for tuning in, and please let me know how your honey lavender lattes turned out down below. By the way, the word of the week is lavender. If you've been following along, you can win a home roasting coffee starter kit. Find the details at bakedbrewedbeautiful.com/contest. And that's all I have for today. Please subscribe, and new videos will be coming out every Thursday. Happy brewing!